Hey everybody, we're back, and here is set 2 of Flash vs. Magma, sort of the winner's match, I guess, of the round of 36 of the Batu OSL. By the way, for those of you who don't know how this works, there are 12 groups in the round of 36, and from each of them, only one can emerge. There's 3 people in each group, 2 who come from the preliminaries, and 1 who comes from the lower parts of the round of 16 of the previous OSL. The first 2 obviously face each other, and then they face the person who's the legacy, and then 1 person comes out of each of the groups. So there's 12 people, and then they're added with the top 4 finishers from the previous OSL to form the round of 16. Anyway, the OSL is a very legacy-heavy star league, which makes it hard for a new player to get in. But, Magma's trying his best here, and we'll see how he does against Flash on Medusa.
It's not looking too good for Magma right now. I mean, in that first series against Creation Toss, I think he had the benefit of his opponent playing poorly, but I don't think he's going to have that same benefit with Flash here. I mean,
No.
Flash has obviously worked on his mech build. He's gotten mines in there, and he knows how to work mech now. So we'll see if he'll go mech again against Magma. I think that would be pretty insane. But it looks like over here at the 3 o'clock, we have looks like Flash over here in teal, so that means Magma's up there at the 10 o'clock base.
Yeah, Medusa is a little bit more Zerg favored, and Terrans have not been liking this map, although I think the statistics show that actually quite a few Terrans do not do so badly against Zerg on this map, so I just really look forward to what's going to happen. Flash, of course, mech is viable again. It worked once, it can work again. But I look forward, I wouldn't mind seeing a Medic Marine or an SK build from him, SK Terran, because I haven't seen him doing it much lately, and I really I know he can do it very well. SK Terran from Flash is like, holy man, how does he do it? So we'll just see what's going on. And okay, is that ACV early or is it just me?
It's a bit early, but it could be for a wall-in, or it could be for an 8-Rex. We'll see what it is. Oh, they decided to show a useless sign instead of showing us what's important. Okay. Well, it could be a wall-in or an 8-Rex, like I said. Most likely a wall-in, though. I don't know if he wants a dual cheese, or not really cheese, but go for that forward 8-Rex. I wouldn't even call it cheese anymore because Flash pulls it off so well that even if he doesn't do that much damage, he still can come out ahead. You know, it's not like a cheese where it's all in or anything like Barracks Supply Depot would be. He goes for that fast factory afterwards, and it's just devastating 1-2 punch that even if it's scouted can still do a lot of damage. But anyway, Flash is going to go for a wall-in this time, and like you're saying, Flash has not gone for M&M a lot recently, and neither has most Terrans. I mean, it's amazing how Metal is the new Medic Marine for Terran, because honestly, in the last maybe 20 Terran versus Zergs I've casted, maybe more than half have been some kind of mech build from the Terran player, and very few players are actually sticking to M&M. One of them actually is Firebat Hero. He has actually, I've never seen him go straight mech before. He has gone battle cruisers, but that's a different story. But he's never gone mech. So I would actually say he is one of the best users of M&M today, given the fact that most Terran players are now trying out mech.
Yeah, it's interesting you bring that up, Color, because I was thinking about that earlier about this Jaedong's new Queen build and how much it's raping Medic and Marine recently, and I think we might be seeing a lot less
That's right.
Medic and Marine coming up. I think a lot more Terrans are going to be mech, fearing Queen usage. But it looks like Magma's coming down here to scout. He's going to see that command center coming up before even any Marines out here. So I think that Flash definitely knows
It's like an
about that.
overpool, right? From
Yeah.
yeah,
Looks
an
like
overpool from Magma, right? Or is it 9 pool? I mean, he's gonna get speedlings really soon.
Yep, it looks like Magma is now mining gas. We'll see if he stops mining gas, and I think that will be the important factor here, if he's going for a speedling build or not.
Wizard goes for it. They're already Zerglings out now. That hatchery gonna come down sooner or later. Wall in, very good wall in as usual by Flash. One Marine out, and the barracks being floated away. So we are in, or no, never mind, the repositioning of the barracks. So he possibly is gonna go for the M&M. I don't know at this point. No reveal so far. That SCV is gonna scatter around, be very irritating, not being caught by those Zerglings. I'm not sure where the other Zerglings are coming around. The mineral only also being taken by Magma, so he definitely knew that command center was coming down and reacts by going for a pretty straight up economic build himself. SCV still running on, been irritating, probably going to get taken down by those Zerglings very soon. Well, I hope so, at least for Magma's sake. No tech decisions been made at this point. Just a lot of scouting going off by Flash. Flash being very smart in that regard. I don't know if he saw the mineral only, but yeah, Factory now finally get on. So it is indeed a mech build, unless he decides to do something funky like go for Valkyries.
Yeah, another metal build, another Terran versus Zerg. Only one drone on gas, interesting enough. So, you know, this is a relatively econ-heavy build here from the Zerg player Magma, getting all 3 hatches up. I think part of the reason why he went for the early Lings was maybe because he was afraid of another bunker rush from Flash. It wouldn't be impossible for him. It wouldn't be even unlikely because it is a Zerg favorite map, so maybe Flash would have wanted to end it earlier. Conversely, you know, Magma's best chance in a long game may have been just to not go for it at all. Maybe just go for a 4-pool like he did against Sue. Maybe that would have been a better option. I don't know, because Flash is just so ridiculous nowadays that, you know, if you want to get ahead by any means necessary, then maybe the 4-pool is the way to go. I don't know. But anyway, Flash still alive with that SCV. That's what I mean. These little things that end up mattering a lot, like Flash keeping that scouting until now. And Flash, it looks like he will be going for some kind of weird M&M plus metal build here. Oh, Biomech coming from Flash. So, wow, early Academy and then 2 facts. I guess that could be for a Biomech build, although that is an interesting choice if by any means. I actually don't know what he's going. Maybe for fast drop or something. But anyway, 4 Zerglings slowly taking down Flash's temple. It's not going to be a big threat for a long time, and we'll see what happens here. Maybe he's just getting it for an early scan, which is a possibility also because there's vultures.
Okay, now we're seeing the switch to, actually that's an armory instead of
yeah, it's
all
metal then. Yeah.
Look, yeah, definitely all metal, because Flash has taken his second gas very, very early. We're going to see a lot of Goliath out here soon, and we'll see what his unit composition will be here. If he goes for more tanks than Goliath or way more Goliaths than tanks. I think he definitely should upgrade mines, though. I think that is the saving grace of a Terran mech build, the mine usage.
I don't know. It looked like an academy. Might have been. I don't know. Yeah,
there
is
an
indeed an academy.
Yeah, there is an academy.
So,
yeah.
So it's just for scan. He's just, you know, being careful in case the lurkers come out again. Evolution Chamber and another hatchery coming down for Magma. So he has 3 bases and he has Hydro Scout. So this could actually be a pretty good counter because there are Hydro Scout. I think this could be 3 base lurkers again. Don't know if that'll work because I think Flash has this read pretty well. 2 comm station ready up, ready to scan whenever that's necessary. You can scan right inside the base, know what's happening, and still have those scans for those purposes. Mining gas from both bases. 4 factories already coming down. Wow. And 5 factories. Whoa. And 2 Goliaths already out. A lot of mech going to be coming down for Flash. He's going to just go for a lot of mech. Use that vultures as well as he can. I don't know if mines are out yet or not. Speed is definitely not upgraded, but we're going to see what sort of push he goes for here.
Yeah, Nuke the Stars and we're talking during a break in between our commentating. We're saying it's interesting. I just started calling Flash the Terminator because he's going for so many metal builds now. He's almost a cyborg himself. Just look at him. Flash the cyborg Terran. He's so sure of himself. He looks so confident. And yeah, that's right. Give me your clothes. I need your clothes. I love that part in the beginning of Terminator. But anyway, it looks like a couple Hydras going to move out here. Speed done for Flash first before mines, and he might be thinking about a run by. Although Magma has done a good job blocking up his natural expansion. He's got a couple of Sunkens and a hatchery blocking it off entirely. Yeah, look at that. And it's actually 1 Sunken, an Evolution Chamber, and a hatch. So nice work there. Flash might decide eventually to go for a drop, actually. That's a possibility. Do kind of like a fantasy build where a fantasy goes for vulture drops. Another hatch going down, so 5 hatch Hydras. Definitely like a Protoss build almost, a Zerg versus Protoss build here. 6 hatcheries going down, so pure mass Hydras coming out now. But if Flash knows this is coming, he's going to go tanks, and it's going to be very hard for this to result in a victory.
Yeah, no kidding. I think if Magma goes for nothing but Hydralisk here, he's going to have a very, very hard time defending off against tanks, because when a Terran goes for a mech build, they can protect the tanks, surround them with Goliaths, and the tanks just, there's no way to get to them unless you have Mutalisks. You see that Magma is out here. He's trying to take on these vultures and keep them from running by into his base, but I don't think he has to worry too much about that. He has a nice block off on his... no, he's finally getting the Spire here, so we could be seeing that mixed group of Mutalisks and Hydralisks, and I think that would be his best option here to pick off the tanks.
Yeah, a lot of forces now. Some vultures get caught by the Hydralisks. Magma also taking down his fourth mining base, so he's going to be ready for that. A lot of Goliaths and tanks as well moving out for Flash here. And he did put up a starport, so I'm interested in seeing what he does with that. That could be just for upgrades, but I think it might be for a drop, because drop I think would be very good. Magma is not being too careful. He's pushing himself a little bit quickly. I think that fourth mining expansion went up a little bit too quickly. He might be overextending himself, and now he might not have enough troops on the ground to counter this properly. See, a couple of Marines gonna possibly shell that expansion, and those Goliaths and those tanks gonna meet several Hydras that are gonna run right back. Technically, at this point, Flash could just start off by taking off that expansion. He's that quickly give him a quick, very good advantage. That Hatcher gonna be completely shelled, and Hydra's being, followed here by a bunch of vultures trying to take him as many as he can, and there are so many forces now moving into the natural of Magma. A lot of Goliaths and 3 tanks. I don't know it, but I think at this point Siege Mode should be ready. Those Goliaths now gonna run and meet a lot of Hydras. Oh, mine's going down, taking out several Hydras. Hydras now moving in, gonna move in. Tanks being pulled off right back in time. Not Flash there smartly not using Siege just so he doesn't get caught out of position. That hatchery could go down if it's not ready, and Magma looking a bit flustered there.
Yeah, I mean, I think Magma overproduced a little bit on his hatcheries, actually. He doesn't have a lot of Hydra on the grounds because he was busy building 7 hatcheries total. And now, Flash with the Vulture drop, very fantasy-esque here, and he might pick off a lot of drones here. Oh man, just hurting the economy so badly, and really, Magma was expecting Flash to move out later, I think. Because fact of the matter is, oh my god, Flash's 2 Marines might actually take down that hatchery. Looks like no, they're not going to take it down. If they focus fire, they could have done that. That would have been heroic. But Flash going for another drop, ferrying more vultures into Magma's base. This is ridiculous how many vultures there are. And now he actually seals off that area with mines. So it's going to be a while before Magma can slowly retake that base at the mineral only. But this is just ridiculous from Flash. I mean, Flash went for a very, very fast, 6 factories there. I don't think Magma had his timing right. He thought, okay, I could pick up the 9 o'clock, and then I'll be running off of 7 hatcheries, and actually doing it efficiently. But I think he went for too many hatcheries too early on, and he just didn't have enough units on the ground. And now he's going to pay for it.
I think he's definitely going to pay for it. You see those 2 hero Marines from Flash, I guess the Rayner brothers, taking out that new hatchery. And it looks like we're going to see a gigantic battle here in the middle. A ton of Hydras coming down the map right now to fight off against us, but I still don't see any Mutalisks here. I'm not sure what that Spire was for. I don't see any Mutalisks around anywhere, so maybe he's hiding them around the map, trying to find the right time to bring them in and snipe those tanks. But he's definitely going to have to do something about those tanks, and all Hydra army against this kind of unit composition from Flash is going to be very, very tough to fend off again.
It's going to be a quick battle coming up very soon. A lot of Hydras, the several control groups of Hydra going to meet those siege tanks and those Goliaths. Goliaths pulling back a little bit for some interesting reason. A lot of Hydras getting ready. Hive on the way, so he's going to try to go for Hive Tech. I think that Spire was just for Scourge. I don't think he really meant. He might have known drops were coming because he did take out 1 dropship with those Scourge, and another dropship now coming in. We'll see. He probably has spot out with it, or he's probably going to use that Scourge, taking out another. Now Flash now moving in. Show what is moving in. Okay, never mind. Dropship now coming down. Gonna pop down several vultures again inside of base. 2 vultures here, another vulture there. Does he manage? Oh, Scourge just barely missed. Okay, Scourge do take out the dropship, but the vultures do come down. Quickly gonna get taken down though by a lot of those dragoons. But still, wow, blocking off the ramp again with the vultures. Now an engagement gonna come in here. Science is flying, gonna spot everything. A lot of engagement, a lot of Goliaths gonna take out all these Hydras. Hydras now moving in with a bunch of Zerglings. Zerglings trying to do as much damage. Gonna apply for the Hydras as much as they can. Tanks still shelling like crazy. Nothing be taking so much red blood everywhere. Oh, that is Zergling blood.
Oh my god.
Does go down, so those Hydras now moving in. Oh, Goliaths some Goliaths get taken down, but I think still, no, Magma does lose this battle. Still Goliaths on the ground. Science is alive. 2 tanks still surviving, and I think this has sealed the deal for Flash. Little Monster is going to be moving forward.
Yeah, not a big surprise. I was fearing for a little bit that there will be an upset. Magma is a strong player. I still have to say, I think he's strong. I think he has potential if he can just work on his nerves. Do you see how much sweat was pouring down that kid's face? He was like Sweaty Hand C, which is Ryzen and I's name for C Shield, Sweaty Hand C, because he leaves the booth like literally drenched whether he wins or loses. But Anyway, Flash just pumping off his factories, and you know, no upset here. We're not going to see another Yellow Arnak beating him like what happened last season in the MSL. He is going to make it, and most likely make it very far in the OSL, of course, the way he's playing. GG coming from Magma. So Flash pulling off a relatively easy-looking victory against Magma, who I think still has potential. He needs to control his nerves a little bit, I think, better on these big games. And, you know, it looks like the Terran Metal build doesn't have a good counter nowadays. What do you guys think about that, briefly?
Well, I think, well, the reason that Magma lost that big engagement is because he didn't snipe enough tanks. And I think Zerg needs to figure out a good way to get rid of tanks, because the tanks are just destroying Zerg with the metal build.
Yeah, he needs some sort of counter to the tanks, be able to take those out while he moves in with his ground forces. A two-way pronged attack could work. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, guys, thanks for listening. I have to cut this off short, but check out the description for the names of the YouTube channels of these